What do you know about Levi and his hypnotism? You ever see any of that?
Do it.
You never seen him do it?
No.
I heard he said he could, though.
He said it.
You said somebody did, Jim. Who was that?
Huh?
Who was that did that, you said?
Uncle Levi.
Yeah, they said he did.
He followed. He had a book. He read up on it. And,
he did.
And he quit it. So he said you could do harm with some people.
It's evil spirits.
Yes,
it's a thing on the devil.
The devil, evil.
You know. I could tell you, we had a little homemade stand table. I guess I better tell you that. You know, just 4 legs, homemade. You know how to make it.
I know he said somebody did that.
My brother and went, I believe it was one there at our place.
Yeah.
And they had that thing, that table. That table said, if I'd get on it, I can remember well, if I'd get up on this side of it, you know, sit there, he said he would raise up and stand on the other 2 legs back here.
Yeah.
And he did. I can remember. I got on. He just raised me up just as solid as he could
you
be.
hear Dad laughing about Dad.
And he stood right there on 2 legs, and nobody touching it. Me sitting on it. I was just a boy, you know. He'd do it.
And so you were on there. They did it for you, huh?
Yeah. They said they asked it knock a lick if he'd raise up knock a lick.
Yeah.
Knock a lick if you'll stand up like that.
How many
with
years old you were?
this boy on it.
What were some of the questions other questions they'd ask you?
Well, it's all mostly foolish questions.
Just something.
We had if you start the Bible on it, they did it.
If what?
Start the Bible, anything about the Bible.
Got in to that a few
What
It
would
years
did.
ago.
Wouldn't work.
It'd go away then, huh?
Go away. Now my brother didn't like Elijah Purnell. You sure Elijah Purnell
Yeah,
lived
yeah,
around
yeah.
there. Brother didn't like him.
Who's that? Didn't like who?
Elijah Purnell. My brother, oldest Will, didn't like Elijah Purnell.
Yeah.
I heard Elijah now, maybe.
And my brother said to it, or went one, I forget just which one, says, is Elijah Purnell a thief or something like that? Says, knock a lick if he is. I hit knock a lick.
He did.
Yeah, hit knock a lick. And then they said, would he steal sheep? Hit knock a lick, yeah. Hit knock a lick. And they said, how many sheep did he ever steal? Well, that thing just went to pecking up and down, up and down, up and down, the place took the and nothing looked like it. They done it.
Oh, I guess.
I sat down looking at
I
it.
wouldn't watch that.
It wasn't hard to believe it.
What? The table knocked
wood.
up and down.
Hey, Elijah Purnell, the fellow that went away off somewhere and had a big,
He went to Newcastle, Indiana.
well, didn't he have a big, some kind of church or something there, had a big following or some kind? They called his name
He
Father.
was a preacher a while.
Father Purnell, wasn't it? Father, he gave his, and the people just run in there and thought he had a God.
But his children tell me he went plumb off
Yeah, I guess he did.
wild before he died.
When I was Leslie Purnell, he had this boy.
His boy.
Well, I know Leslie way
Did
back in.
That's his boy.
Yeah.
He got grandchildren over here now, I know.
You can see that table jumping up and down there when it
He'd
would
raise
knock.
that up and just peck the floor.
Well, I've heard Dad told us that he was staying with Went when married.
I think Wint was into that too.
Oh, Wint,
I think he was there that night. I'm
Went
pretty
and
sure.
Dad was the one that doing it the most of it. They
Right
made
there
a
at
big.
our house and in the room.
He was
That
working
hypnotism can be worked.
Yeah.
And it can be worked more than most anybody. Catch you kindly.
Evil spirits. If you want to fool with evil spirits,
The fella does wants to do it.
Yeah, I don't want to fool with it.
Uncle Levi, he said
Yeah, they said he could.
he said that there's some fellow aimed to preach over there, and he didn't like this preacher.
Jess Collins out here.
Was it?
Jess Collins out
I
here.
forget the name. He didn't. He said I just took an oath to go down there and I'd keep him from preaching tonight.
So what he did?
And he won. He said the old man got
Said
up
he had him
and
fishing.
started to preach, and finally he just
He said the devil's in the house. Devil's in the house.
something.
Preacher said.
He said he can't preach tonight.
Can't
And just
preach
sit
when
down
the
and
devil's
quit.
in the house. Next
Uncle
night,
Levi
they said he come out and said, the old man Porter here.
Did he?
He said, no, he not here. He
Old man with the beard,
I'll
wasn't it?
preach. Maybe I'll preach then.
Levi had a big beard? Did
Huh?
Levi have a long beard?
I don't
Yeah,
believe
he had some beard.
Yeah, he had
but,
some beard.
you know,
I guess he would have mean on that.
well, he,
In a way.
I know he used to come to our house and he'd sit there in the house and talk all night.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't.
They said Uncle Steve was preaching somewhere. Levi got up there trying to put charm him, you know.
Yeah.
He was preaching, and Uncle Steve, he could feel it, you know.
Yeah,
When he's preaching there, and Levi sitting up there and looking at him, you know, and trying to charm him. And he said, Levi, if you don't quit fooling with that devil spirit or whatever it is, he said, the devil's going to get you.
yeah.
And boy, he just poured it on him. And Levi said, no, it won't work on Steve. He said that his charm wouldn't work on Steve.
Well, it's kind of on people that was easy pulled over.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what he said would work.
I wonder how he got started into that.
Well, he got
Well,
them
sir, I don't
books,
know.
guess.
He was, of course, he went through that Civil War, and fact about it, he got mean. That's all it was to it.
Yeah.
You know,
And the devil in him.
he didn't care much what he done.